So one day I decided to hop on YouTube to see what was going on, and this was all I was seeing. And it made me want to scream, "Noobs! I have three netherite beacons!" But of course I knew no one would believe me, so I decided to make a video proving that I have three netherite beacons in hardcore mode in Minecraft. Of course, I knew no one would believe me if I just showed pictures, because pictures can be photoshopped. So, you know what I decided to do? I decided to actually build those beacons myself, because then you would have undeniable proof that this is, real hardcore Minecraft. I'm not photoshopping anything or anything of that sort. So this will now be a montage at 2 times speed of me building the beacon, and I think this is sufficient proof because you can't really Photoshop a montage. Yes, it is sped up, but I still believe it is sufficient proof and all the proof I need to show of me building this beacon in hardcore Minecraft. It was at this point that I started being stupid. Yeah, I haven't really ever used beacons because, I kind of think they're useless. The 20% resistance buff is basically nothing because when you have, prop 4 netherite, you don't really need a resistance buff. So, yeah, I was a little stupid, only got the resistance, forgot the regeneration. I do think regeneration is important because you have so much resistance. You don't need more, so regeneration is much better than resistance at this point. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our first beacon actually is finished. And as you can see clearly, it is nighttime. So now I think I'm going to sleep. But before I do that, I want to test my new buffs. Having infinite regeneration is kind of cool, not gonna lie. Better, even better than potion effects, I think, personally. Okay, so let's hit the zombie a little bit and let that zombie hit us and let's see what it does. Oh wow, that didn't do a single damage. Wow, that is insane. Wow, look at this zombie struggling to fight me. Okay, I'm gonna have to test this a bit more perhaps. And with our netherite beacon being completed in the overworld, let's head to the nether now, guys. Let's see what happens here. So I pre-built a roof for my, netherite beacon because I wanted it right here because there's a special certain radius around us. And I felt that this would be the best radius around us. It's going to be right next to my um, portal in case of any trouble. And I just noticed, but we got leather leggings enchanted from a zombie, which is clearly insane. And with that, guys, let's start building our second beacon in the overworld, in the nether, I meant right now. The thing is, I'll also do another montage, because again, I don't think it counts as cheating or anything. It's just a sped up video, so that, viewers like you don't get bored or anything. I was a little worried about the gas in case I fall into the fire or anything, but eventually it went away, so nothing bad happened. It was at this point that I realized that, you can't have anything at the top blocking it. So yeah, I decided to, you know, go and fix that. And since, as I said at the start of the video, I decided to hop back on. I was, so to say, less than ideal at this game. And yeah, I was not being smart at all about what I was doing or where I was going. As you can see, I decided not to be smart and instead decide to do all of that again. Yeah, for no benefit. It was only after I popped a totem did I realize that I was a complete idiot, and that first of all I didn't keep more totems in my inventory, and second of all, I had to really focus, and it has been a long time since I played Minecraft, but I had to lock in and do the best I. Of course, now the gods decided to show up, but again, I was lucky, and I was never shot for some reason. Finally, it worked. I was kind of relieved that it actually worked because, I actually had no idea. And I almost popped my totem here again, but, since I just ate a golden carrot, I healed to full health. And yeah, I decided to go with the same thing on all beacons. Resistance, regeneration, because again, I don't need another 40% resistance on top of it. Resistance I get from my prop 4 armor. So here I decided to be a bit smarter and try to get it all in one go. And look, it worked. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially completed our second beacon, Netherite Beacon in hardcore mode. Now, all we have left is to do that, all of that in the end. So here I decided to put away my leggings so they wouldn't take, extra inventory space and just be a pain. It's kind of rare to get those, yeah. And since, I wasn't a complete noob, of course I wrote down the stronghold coordinates on my netherite shovel because, why not? I might come back and I'm really lucky I did that because now I can easily find that stronghold because I do know the code. So this is me just trying to realize where to go to the stronghold. I will start a montage at 2 times the speed, just to show you how I got to the stronghold because it did take quite a while to get to the stronghold. I don't want to bore anyone, so I'll just put it on 2 times speed. Yeah. So if you're wondering why there's a giant like a hole in the floor, it's because when I was digging out the stronghold, the thing led me to a lot of different places. My eyes always got lost, so I had to always excavate my eyes, and not always I didn't always close the gap. So yeah, that's how it happened. Oh, we're finally here. Oh, this took so long. Okay, this is the last step of the video, and yeah. I don't know why, but I just realized I had eaten a golden apple. I had 2 hearts to waste, so I decided to, instead of completely wasting them, I decided to kill Enderman. Maybe get a pearl or so that I wouldn't completely waste those 2 hearts. So I decided to build my beacon somewhere here, perhaps close to the portal, and that was when an Enderman attacked me. I have no idea why. I have no idea why I tried to use a bow against it, but it was really annoying because it's an Enderman. They're always annoying to fight. Of course, it was easy for me because full prot netherite. They were just a joke basically. So this is going to be the last montage because this is the last beacon. We're so close to reaching our goal. Yeah. Hope you enjoy watching me build and place blocks strongly many times during this small montage. How dare this Enderman walk on my netherite beacon? We know what must be done. It must be slain. It must die. And of course, its friend joined, because why not? And I mean, it's basically a chance for a free pearl. And no, not a chance, it was a free pearl. And of course, another one decided to die for free and give me another pearl. this is it, guys. We have built a netherite beacon in all three dimensions in Minecraft. And of course, we had to test it out just to see what it was like. And I have to tell you, it's so overpowered. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done the video. This video took me so long, like it took me many years alone to, collect all the ancient debris. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Consider subscribing, comment down below on what you thought and what other videos I should make.